Okay, make sure testing. We're here. What's up, y'all? I'm back. I'm Nay, if you don't know me, and I'm on day 4 of my 5-day water fast. So tonight I'm sharing what's happening in my body, um, how I'm managing my energy, and what I'll probably do differently tomorrow. Real quick, if you would go ahead and like this video so that YouTube will push it out to more people that's on the journey that we're on, that would really help me out, and I would appreciate it so much. So I'm going to jump right into it. Oh, yesterday, I want to say this. I remembered that I forgot to say what most people probably want to know, like how much weight have you lost so far on yesterday, day 3, how much have you lost? I weighed myself I think I weighed myself the day before I started. But I'm not going to weigh myself again until Saturday, the end of it. And my reason for doing that is because I don't want to see small numbers, small increments. Let me pull this down. Is that better? Yeah. I don't want to see small numbers on the scale going down. I want to see like the big number. So I will show what I've lost, what my starting weight was, and what I lost in the full video that I upload probably Saturday morning, so that you can see all of those details. Now there is a challenge that I did when I did the 7-day challenge, and I lost 11 pounds in 7 days. That was not water fasting. So you should probably check that video out, and I will link it in the description. I didn't link it, but I will after this goes off. But in that video, I do weigh myself every single day, and you like watch the scale go down with me. So for those of you that don't know, I'm on a 5-2 challenge with a healthy alternative. It's a YouTube channel that I've learned so much from. And what the challenge is, you water fast for 5 days, and then you eat for 2. And then, because you do 2 rounds of it, you fast for 5 days and then you eat for 2. So I entered this challenge because I felt like I needed to. It wasn't free, and it wasn't cheap. It wasn't extremely expensive, but it wasn't cheap. But I felt like it was worth it, and I needed it, because a lot of times when things are offered for free and we don't have to pay for it, it's easy for us to quit because it doesn't cost us anything. So I was like, that's a lot for a challenge, but I want to do it. And so I did it, and it's been going great. And like I said, I've learned so much from them just from the YouTube channel, but then entering the fast and getting even more information really helped me. So I'm so happy I joined the fast. So my reasons for joining the fast, I have 3 reasons. Well, I'll say for joining the challenge. I have 3 reasons why I joined the challenge. My son is getting married next week, and I want to look my best. And also the accountability and the encouragement from the other people that's in the challenge. Because a lot of times we can, we can be excited about doing something, but then when it gets hard, it's easy to quit. But when you got other people that's on the same journey as you, they're experiencing the same symptoms you're experiencing. Just hearing their stories encourages you to keep going. So I was like, I need this. And so I'm so happy I did it. And I can't believe it's day 4. We still got 1 more day to go. I'm so excited. Just 1 more day. Okay. So I want to jump into the symptoms that I'm feeling in my body. I noticed something at 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay. So 3 o'clock in the morning, laying in the bed, and I start feeling this burning sensation in my belly. And I remembered, this happened before, because if you don't know, I'm not new to water fasting. So this happened before, and it was very familiar to me. So this is actually normal, and this happens when the body enters deep ketosis. So it's your body switching fully into fat burning mode. So I was like, yes, this is where we want to be. Now, in one of my previous videos, somebody said that whenever they try to water fast, that they get constipated. And I don't remember in my previous water fast much about bowel movements, but this is where it's going to be like TMI, because I'm just going to be very transparent here and tell you what I've been experiencing. So yesterday on day 3, I had one bowel movement, and it was a normal, healthy bowel movement, no diarrhea, nothing like that. And then today I had 3 healthy bowel movements, no diarrhea or anything. I was shocked by that. And I noticed that, I don't know if this is the reason why, but what I noticed that whenever I would down a bottle of water, I don't know if it was after I did my pink Himalayan salt or not, but after I would down about a bottle of water, about 15, 20 minutes later, I would be in the restroom. And the reason I noticed that is because in the past, when I've been on different diets and I have focused on getting a gallon of water in a day, normally when I get my gallon of water in a day, it pushes out stool. So that could have something to do with it too. I don't know, but I had 3 today. And I was like, whoa, but they were normal, completely normal. Now, in the with a healthy alternative, one of the things that they do suggest that you could do, they tell you something that you could do when you start fasting. I don't know if it's day 1 or whatnot, because I wasn't interested in doing it, but they were talking something about like a salt water flush or something. I decided not to do that. I didn't want to do that because I know that's going to make you just like, and I'd probably be on the toilet all day. And I'm like, I ain't got time for that. So I decided to skip that. So for those of you that want to know, how am I pooping and I'm not eating? So when you go number 2, while water fasting, it's normally your body clearing out old waste. Your gut is literally cleaning itself and your digestive system is being reset. So pooping is a good sign. It's a great sign that your body is releasing inflammation and waste. If you've gotten this far into the video, you would go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and also turn on the notifications so that you will know every time I upload a video or go live. Pretty please. Thank you so much. Okay, so now real quick, I want to talk about my morning routine. So for those of you that don't know, my channel is new. It's very new and it's growing. But for those of you that don't know, I go to the gym at 5 a.m. Monday through Friday. Sometimes I skip Friday, but I go to the gym Monday through Friday. And okay, so when I go to the gym, I do my first 30 minutes I spend on the elliptical. And then after that, I do strength training. There was something I was about to say. Oh, okay, yeah, that. So like a year ago, because like the research says that you should do your strength training before you do the cardio. And I've done that before, but for some reason in this season, it just feels like doing the elliptical first kind of wakes me up. So I just go in and I do the elliptical first. So, but on day 4, this is what, like yesterday, if you saw the video, the live, you know that I had high energy. It was like, bruh, like, hey. So this morning when I'm in the gym, I notice I'm a little sluggish. I'm a little fatigued. So I'm paying very close attention to my body. And so I don't go as hard when I'm in the gym today. So tomorrow I may not go to the gym. I might just sleep in and rest, but it all depends on like because my body will normally just kind of wake up at the time I get up to go to the gym, like 4:15. So if I wake up at that time and I feel like I need to sleep, I'm gonna sleep. But if I feel like even a hint of energy, I'm going to the gym because I really enjoy working out. But if you're going to do a water fast, be very smart. when it comes to your body, pay close attention to what your body is telling you. If it's saying, child, you need to rest, should probably rest and not push it. So we want to be smart, not reckless. Fasting, although it's a powerful tool, we don't want to harm ourselves in the midst of it. So we know that we can live full lives, because my life is very full. Like I said yesterday, I'm a mama, I homeschool, I'm a wife, number one. I'm a wife, a mama, I homeschool, I work, I have my own business, I have obligations at church. So I'm always going, I'm always literally on the go. Okay, so I'm going to show y'all because I'm testing my ketones using the ketone strips, and I'm going to show y'all that in a little bit. But what I'm loving that right now in this very moment, I am literally in deep ketosis. So that literally means every calorie right now that's being burned, because we burn calories just from sitting, just from living, doing life. Everything that's being burned right now is literally coming from my fat reserves. So I'm like, praise the Lord. This when I keep walking past the mirror like, girl, you looking slim. So I'm so excited. I feel like I'm in the 70s. I don't know though. Because I don't want to, I don't want to reach too high. But I feel like I might be. I don't know. All right, so let's see. Where are we? Okay, so I want to real quick explain about the fat burning. Give me 1 second. I'm going to bring something on the screen so that y'all can see it. All right, cool. Let me make sure y'all can see what I can see. Yep, you can. Although it doesn't look the way I want it to look, but that's fine. We can roll with that. Okay, so will it let me do it? Let's see. So fat burning and ketosis, that's what we're talking about. Yep. All right. So what happens when insulin drops when we stop eating? So if we have no food, that equals we won't have any glucose spikes. So most of us have dieted forever. So we know that if we keep our carbs low, our insulin will stay low. So it's the same thing. If you have no food, you will not have any glucose spikes. So low insulin is going to tell your body to use your stored fat for energy. Just like I just said, your body, it's got to pull energy from somewhere. So when we don't have food going in and our insulin is low, it's like, okay, hold on, we got some stuff in reserve here that we can use. And so it's literally going to tell your body to use your stored fat for energy. So our bodies use food for energy. So let's explain how this goes, because I like numbers. And so this just makes sense in my mind. So I'm explaining it the way I understand it. Okay. So when we eat, the food that we eat it's like, let's see it as money. It's what we need to operate, to function, to live and not die. Right. So when we eat the food and it's coming in, our bodies, it functions off of that. But when there is no food coming in, our bodies, it automatically goes to the fat that we have. So basically, if it's like a savings account is what I'm trying to say. So it's like, if I've spent all of my money and I've run out of all of my money and I don't have any more money to pull from, no paychecks or anything, but I got all of this money in savings. I got all this fat from every time I overate. And when I overate on Thanksgiving and all of that, when I overate and it stored all of those extra calories that I didn't need for the energy that I was burning, it stored it as fat. Now my body's like, okay, I don't have no food and I got to survive and not die. Let me go into my energy savings account. And so it takes from that. And then that's what your body's living off. So because I'm in deep ketosis, that's literally what my body's doing right now. I'm surviving off of my stored fat. And if you got a lot of stored fat, that's what you want your body to do. You want it to burn that fat. So your fat is now your main energy source. So when we enter ketosis, fat is now being used around the clock. So once insulin stays low, your body burns fat 24/7, even while resting. So that's why last night at 3 o'clock in the morning, when I'm feeling that burning sensation, it's literally my body burning fat while I sleep. That's a big deal. I love that. Okay, so when we enter ketosis, glucose runs out, so sugar and all of that. So it doesn't have any of that to pull from. That runs out. Our body switches fuel. So we no longer take in food. We're going to fat for energy, and fat becomes the main energy source. So it's just like math. If 1 + 1 = 2, if there's no sugar in your tank and you have a whole bunch of fat, you are going to automatically lose weight. That's the math. No sugar, no glucose, but a whole lot of fat, weight loss, because I got to burn the fat. And that's just how God set our bodies to work. So signs that you're in deep ketosis, like I am right now, is your hunger. I'm not hungry at all. Like zero. Day 4, zero hunger. And I will say this because there's probably people here that were not on the live yesterday, but to make sure that to make sure I don't lose energy and that I don't get the cravings like I had before, because this is my easiest fast by far, is I'm taking my electrolytes. So I'm basically like dipping my finger in pink Himalayan salt, putting it under my tongue, and then downing a bottle of water afterwards. And so it's really been like night and day from my previous fast, and I've fast a lot. But so signs that you're in deep ketosis, because there's a difference between, it, and I'll show y'all on the stick. I'll explain if this is all new to you. But signs are your energy becomes stable, hunger disappears, literally no hunger, mental clarity increases, and I'll even say like there's like a spiritual sensitivity as well that I talked about yesterday in the live. You're burning fat while you're resting, and your ketone strips are darker in color. So that's what I'm going to show you now. And I'm going to show you my ketone strips. Let me stop this screen share. And I'm going to show y'all my strip from this morning. Okay. Now let me make this small. See. Okay. So this here, it's probably playing a volume. Turn the volume off. So this is from this morning, right? I'm going to pause it. Okay, cool. If you see, when I spoke about it yesterday, the very first one where it says negative, that's where I was Monday when I started, right? And yesterday I was at 4.0, and now I'm at, it says 8, but it's not really, it's like probably like a 7, because what happens is the ketone strips normally measure more than what than what it would be if they took like blood, or like a blood sample or whatever. So because you don't want it super high, and it's, as long as you're a healthy individual, like you don't have any sicknesses or anything, and you're fasting, you should be good. But if you are like a diabetic or something, I would strongly probably make sure you're being smart about it, and I guess use wisdom, do the research, talk to a doctor doctors probably won't suggest fasting, although it literally heals your body, but that's a whole nother conversation for another day. But I was so excited to see that, because it's not quite the 4.0. It's definitely darker than the 4.0. And so that's where my ketones are right now. So I'm in deep ketosis. All right, let me take that off. All righty. Okay. I'm going to make sure I'm touching everything. All right. So yeah, that's where I am today. Tomorrow's day 5. I'm like, oh Lord, I'm I'm just so happy I made it. I mean, although I haven't got to the end yet, but I feel like I'm going to complete it because it's really been a breeze. So I would strongly encourage you, if you're trying to do it, you can do it. I'm living proof. I'm like letting you get the inside scoop while I'm in the process of doing it. So if you're fasting or if you're on a fasting journey, let me know in the chat. And if you have any questions, also please let me know in the chat. That's really all I have for today. Tomorrow, I'm not going to be going live because I have an event I have to go to, but I will be live Saturday and Saturday morning. I will be Saturday. I'm not gonna say Saturday morning. Sometime Saturday, I'm gonna be posting the video of this whole process where you can see where I started at weight wise and how much I lost. And then on Monday, I jump right back into another 5 days. Saturday, when I do my live, I'm gonna be live cooking my first meal. So if you want to see that, be sure to come on. I think I'm gonna start though with bone broth in the morning because I don't want to just like jump into food. Although I am used to fasting, I think in the morning I'm gonna have bone broth. I'm gonna research to see if it will be okay to also have a protein shake sometime early in the day because I may not eat until like 4. I doubt if I'll be hungry. I'm normally never hungry in the morning. So I'm gonna see if it's cool to break it with a water fast because I do high protein and I do low carb. So when I have that meal, it's probably going to be like 140 to 160 grams of protein. Uh, and if you want to know how to get that amount of protein in just one meal, I have videos on my channel where it's like, and it's healthy meals. It's not just trash because I believe in whole foods. Like we need whole foods to heal our body. There's so much in our foods that causing sickness and disease and killing people every day. So we really got to be mindful and we got to steward these bodies that God has given us. You know, we have one body and we can't just allow it to break down. There are many people that live into their 80s and 90s fully active, going to the gym, living full lives, not having to be having their behind changed, not having to like, if we take care of our bodies, that can be us. And so I'm never going to give you trash recipes. I believe in fueling our bodies well. Just last year, I went plant-based for almost a year. My mom struggled with cancer for a long time. And I was like, oh, no, I got to make sure I don't get cancer because a lot of the meats cause cancer. But one thing fasting does is it heals your body. It goes to the cells that are hazardous, I think they call them zombie cells. Not exactly sure, but I think that's what they're called. And they literally eat those cells. So your body literally heals itself when you water fast. There are so many benefits to water fasting. Let me see if there's any questions. Okay. I do another fast on Monday. So I break Saturday and Sunday, and then I'll go right back into it Monday. And I'll probably go live again. I want to make sure I have something to talk about and that I'm not just regurgitating the same stuff that I've already talked about. So definitely going to start again on Monday because that'll be round 2 of my 5-2. And thank you so much. She said, congratulations on successfully completing your fast. You prophesying, girl. I will successfully complete it. All right, so that's all I have for tonight. Thank you so much for joining. Again, if you would share this with somebody that you know that's on a weight loss journey and they've tried everything, because let me tell you, I've tried everything. I tried the whole the shots. It wasn't Ozempic, but it was the shots like Ozempic, and that has so many side effects like constipation and a whole bunch of stuff. And then I heard, because I watched another channel on here, Bobby Price. He's plant-based. And he did an episode where he was talking about the side effects. And I was like, oh, snap. Okay, my husband was like, you're going to have to come up off of that. And so I was like, you ain't got to worry about it. I'm coming off. So I did, because I did the shots for like 3 months. And then I saw I had all these side effects. So not only was I on the shot, I was on 2 other weight loss pills with it at the same time. Yo, I just noticed my face is like mad slim. That's crazy. Okay. I was also on 2 different weight loss pills with it, and they were giving me more medication to stop the constipation. So I was like, this isn't gonna work for me. So I've done it all. But fasting definitely works. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna go back and watch your videos. You've never tried fasting? You definitely get it's definitely a mental game. But when you master your mind, it's because it's so beyond just losing weight. Let me tell you this. I used to sleep in till like 11, 12 o'clock, right? And I made up in my mind because I was like, I'm a night owl. I'm just a night owl. I don't get up early. But I made up in my mind, I said, no, I want to be a morning person. My husband like, girl, you bad in the morning. But I'm like, no, I want to be a morning person. So I went from a person that used to get up at like 11, 12, sleep into 11, 12. And I get up at 4:15 every morning to go to the gym. But when you discipline your mind to do something like water fast, you can discipline your mind to do anything. Our minds are so powerful. God created us so powerfully. Like the word of God says, faith without works is dead. If you don't have faith, or if you don't believe that you can do something, you ain't gonna do it. But if you be like, hold on, I'm gonna tell myself I'm not doing this, and I'm not doing it, and then you do what you say you're gonna do, bruh, like you're gonna get so far. So yes. So thank you so much for joining. If you would go ahead and subscribe to my channel and push this video out to other people, I would greatly appreciate it. Y'all have the most amazing day, and I will see y'all Saturday. Bye.